Welcome back everyone to Blender and Unreal Engine becoming a dungeon prop artist, and this is where we left it off. Now let's just mirror this quickly over to the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, Shift S, cursor selected, grab this, right click, set origins 3D cursor, bring in a mirror, so mirror, Y, X, and there we go. Now all I need to do is just pull that out a little bit, which I'm going to do. So, but first of all, do I want to? I think I'll leave it like that. So I'll just press Control A, and then I'll come in and just grab this all the way down, and then just pull it out very slightly, like so. Now it could be, yeah, there we go. That's looking pretty good. All right, I'm happy with that. Now the other thing is, there's no point having all of these on here. I mean, you might as well just delete them off. So I'm just going to grab them all the way down to here. You can see that they've gone all the way in the top here. I'm just going to press delete faces like so. I'm going to grab these ones then all the way down to here, delete faces like so. All right, so that's that done now. And what I can do is I can join all these up. So join them all up to your actual, this part last, because what that means is when you join them up, you can see now if I press dot, it's still called large crate, and that's exactly what we want. All right, so now let's come to this part here. And again, I don't think because it's square, we're actually going to be using the shrink modifier or anything like that. What I would like to see though is that it's actually see-through, and I'm unsure as to why it only shows opacity on here, but either way, let's make it a little bit smaller. Like so. Let's rotate it on the Y. So RY, let's pull it down and let's finally make it a little bit bigger, just so it fits a little bit better than what it did. Now you will see that we're going to have a problem on this one in that it's not actually going to be straight when we try and, break the part. So you can see when I cut this away, it's not going to be straight, but we can actually get around that. What we're going to do is press Tab. I'm going to come over now and go to Mesh, Bisect, and I'm going to bisect it through following this line. So if I come in now, click on this line here, you'll see the great thing about that is that it's highlighted, which means I can just press Control B now, pull it out very slightly, press Delete, Faces, and now move on to the next one. Just make sure you press A to grab everything, Mesh, Bisect, pull it over, and you can actually as well, when you've got it over here, press the space bar, and you can also move it up and down, which is really, really handy to know. Let's jump it there. Let's press Control B, pull it out, like so, very, very slightly. Press Delete, Faces, and now let's move on to the next one. So A again, Mesh, Bisect, pull it out, press Control B, press Delete, Faces, and there we go. Double tap the A, and there is your actual decal on these pieces of wood. Now, the thing is as well that on this one, again, we've got the same problem in that it goes all the way over there, and we don't really want that. So what we're going to do is put it on wireframe, and I'm going to cut this away because we can see that this is where it should be cut away, and we've got all of this space that might actually interfere with things like shadows and things like that. You can see that the way we need to cut it away is here, because you can see that is the line. So I'm going to come in again, Mesh, Bisect, I'm going to grab this line, pull it over, and what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go to either clear inner or clear outer, so you can see the outer has actually fixed that. Now let's do the line going down here. So Mesh, Bisect, straight down here, like so, and you can see it cuts it the right way. Mesh, Bisect, straight down here, like so. You can see I need to swap them over, like so, and then finally the last one. So Mesh, Bisect, straight down here, like so. All right, so now let's press Z, and we'll also press Tab. We'll go back then to rendered view and see what that looks like, making sure we're happy with it, which I am. Now I can put it on material because I know that's absolutely fine, even though it's black for whatever reason. I'm still not sure why that is. I'm just going to check. Yeah, I don't actually know why that's why the alpha is not showing up, in material view. But anyway, okay, so let's come to this one. We'll press Shift S, cursor selected, and then what I'm going to do now is add in a mirror. So add modifier, we'll bring in a mirror, put it on the Y, take away the X and it should be, nope, it's not there. Where is it? Oh, it's, yes. We mirrored the crate. So let's mirror what we want to mirror. So right click the origin to 3D cursor, add modifier, mirror on the Y, take away the X, and there we go. Okay, that's looking fine now. I think I need to pull it back a little bit, but if you want to have it all the way around, all you need to do is press Shift D, RZ, 90, and hopefully that's going to work. Now let's just put it on the rendered view and just make sure that we're happy with it. Double tap the A, and there we go. I'm just making sure that they're actually stuck on there properly. And I think they are. So yeah, I think I'm actually happy with how that looks. All right, so let's apply the mirror with Control A. Let's now come on. And what I want to do now is press, I need to join these together first. So I'm going to actually grab it like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Convert, Mesh, and then grab all of these. So both of these, grab my crate last, Control J, and there we go. Let's press Alt H then, bring everything back now. So let it load up a little bit. And there we go. And now finally I can pull my crate back into place. Now what I'm hoping is that my actual asset manager has also been updated. So if I bring this in, yes it has. It's actually updated it. So that's really cool. Let's see the large crate. There we go. And yeah, they've been updated. So really, really cool. Finally then, let's put these in place. So if we come up here, materials, we want to grab both of these because they're already done for us, bring them over, and then I'm going to just put them into place like so. And then I'm going to go now to my all button. And then what I also need to do is I need to make sure that one, these are named, which they're not. So I want to be Eagle Decal. So Eagle Decal. And then the other one will be Wheat Decal. And remember, you've got a lot of decals to choose from, so you might want to, bring them all in if you want to, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both of these, and I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to mark as asset, and there we go. So I've got an Eagle decal, a Wheat decal, and I'm going to put those into my, in fact, I will actually make a new one. So I'll just click the plus, and I'll call it decals, and then you can actually do the same. So all, let's drop both of these into our decals because everything's set up on these now, so that's really good. Now we can just click File, we can click Save, and there we go. All right, so everything's done in there. I'm looking at my parts. Okay, everything's done. Finally now, let's close all this up just so we can see what we've got now, like so. And then let's hide our materials out of the way again. The decals as well should be in the material, so I'll just press the little dot, and I'm just going to drag them all and put them in the materials as well. And there we go. All right, so it was a long one to actually get the decals done, but you now know actually how to do decals, and that's going to help you in the rest of the course actually, because you're going to have a lot of places where you're going to have blood. You know that if you need to bend them around things, that you need to use the shrink wrap. I've showed you how to put it against the surface and things like that. And I've also showed you how to subdivide it to get more subdivisions to actually put it around things. So that's really going to help in the future, like I say, with the cloth, with the blood and things like that, and any future builds that you might actually have. So now what we'll do is we'll actually go to modeling, we'll do one more quick save, and then what we'll do on the next lesson is we'll definitely be starting those treasure chests. All right, everyone, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.